Hey everyone. So this is an exercise where we're going to talk specifically about resonance and the relationship between some vowels. It's a pretty entry-level exercise, just designed to help us gain some awareness of the differences between our vowels. And this is based off of an exercise that Don Newen used to use. He'd use it to tune vowels throughout the choir. We're just going to use it to build awareness of vowels in our own voices. So there are two main places physiologically that we change our vowels: our tongues and the front of our mouth, which is the lips and jaw primarily. Those two areas work together. For our standard vowels, generally one is the primary mover. Either the tongue is moving a considerable distance or the front of the mouth is moving a considerable distance. We also have mixed vowels where we engage both sets, but we're not talking about those right now, so don't worry about it. When we work on these, we want to make sure that we don't isolate the musculature that is our primary mover. So if I'm moving through a tongue vowel set, I want to make sure that I'm not locked down in other places. Other structures will have to move in order to adjust slightly to allow for the optimal resonance. And we don't want to impede that, but we want to let them naturally move as a response, and right now learn to understand what the primary movers are and the relationships between them. The other thing we don't want to do is exaggerate. We see a lot of singers who will ooh or ah, giant changes in shape. Our goal for this is to be free and fluid and flowing, and let all of the vowels have something to do with the vowel before it and something to do with the vowel after it. So they all sort of sit in a nice line of flow. And as we work through the two ranges of motion in this, the tongue range and the jaw lips range, we'll let that be our awareness building exercise to see how those two sets of movements contrast each other. So we're going to sing a very simple, it's just going to be one note. So we're going to start on D major, and we're singing the tonic, which is Do. So we'll get working through our front of the mouth, our jaw and our lips. And then in the same note, in the same key, E, E, A, E, moving primarily the tongue. But again, letting the other structures move if they need to. So we'll do both exercises on the same pitch, and then we'll move it up by half steps. So we're going to start on D major again. And as you're doing this, be aware of if there's a vowel or vowels in your voice that feel out of line with the other ones. There may be, and that tells you that you're probably doing something funky, a little bit of extracurricular activity in order to create that vowel, rather than just allowing the structures to flow freely from one vowel to the next. And the other thing that you may have noticed is that both of our sets include the vowel ah. And so check in when you get to that ah, which is the midpoint of each of our sets, and sort of start to build the awareness of, does my ah from my lip jaw set intersect in a place that would make sense with the ah from the tongue set? In other words, are we actually creating a completely smooth set of vowels by using the ah as the intermediary between them? So you can head over to the exercise now that you understand what we're going to do. And you can head over to the next video, which is the exercise without the explanation, that will start on D major. So D will be our pitch, and it will move all the way up to A major, so that we'll be singing on the pitch A. This keeps things in middle voice, so that we don't have to get confused or concerned about ways that we're going to modify spaces and structures as we move into the outer registers of our voice. But just lets us get nice, easy warm up to our resonance in our middle voice, and lets us explore some vowel ideas. Thanks.